After a couple of dreary weeks in which the nightclubs of the town were half full of ruined stock market victims, trying to get cheered up and inevitably ending the evening with a crying jag on the head waiter's shoulder, things seem almost normal again. Though I suppose every time the market slips a point,
the wailing will start up once more.
Somebody had blundered, and the most expensive orgy in history was over. It was borrowed time anyway. The whole upper tenth of the nation living with the insouciance of grand dukes and the casualness of chorus girls. Even when you were broke, you didn't worry about money, because it was in such profusion around you. Now once more the belt is tight, and we summon the proper expression of horror as we look back on our wasted youth. F. Scott Fitzgerald.
In the autumn of 1929, after nearly a decade of unprecedented economic growth, of rampant speculation and inflated real estate values, of easy credit and little regulation, the stock market crashed. The Great Depression that followed was the worst crisis America had faced since the Civil War. Before it was over, 1 out of every 4 wage earners, more than 15 million men and women, would be without work. Prices of wheat and corn and cotton fell so low, the crops were left to rot in the fields. In Boston, children with cardboard soles on their shoes walked to school past silent shoe factories with padlocks on the doors. In New York, 17 homeless men built themselves a shanty town in the middle of Central Park. Like hundreds of thousands of desperate people all across the country, they named their temporary village Hooverville, after the president whom they had come to blame for everything that had happened to them. And on the south side of Chicago, a soup kitchen fed thousands of hungry, desperate people, courtesy of Al Capone.
My dad worked for the city of Chicago in a civil service job, and the city's budget was in trouble. And my dad, even though he worked every day, he didn't get a paycheck for 8 months. I can remember one night all we had for dinner was a quart of milk with butter and lima beans made into a soup. And that's all we could